Okay, let's look. Wait, let me look at the thing. Yes, 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 no, yes. All right, every single champ on your team has kills except for Misfortune, but I agree with you for the most part. All right, how did we get there? Full clearing up. Oh, full clearing down. Do you always take flash on Gwen?
No, my runes page got changed, and
Uh,
I took Dash instead.
yeah, that's what I assumed because normally Ghost is a bit better. All
Yeah,
good though.
so that's why
Yeah,
I
all good.
may do with it.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Some Gwens in the top take flash. It's not the most unheard of thing. Flash will just objectively never be a bad summoner to take, even if there's something better. Yeah, we're just full clearing as Gwen normal. Normally as Gwen, you never really want to fight until you have like ult or Nashers. That's where she spiked. So it's normal.
Yeah,
When you have two smites, I would definitely smite. So either smite Gromp or smite Wolves. They're both fine. There's no reason to be walking around with two charges.
yeah,
Full clear looks normal again. Here, if you want to start Dragon, you could. Again, you know he cleared upwards because remember when you finished your Krugs, you saw him topside, right? So it means it's safe to assume that you did this and he did this. So right now you should
yeah,
be
yeah,
pinging and saying that he's
yeah,
here because that's how tracking works. And their support died, so their jungle is on the opposite side of the map and their support's dead. So Dragon looks super free, right? So I would just start Dragon immediately, which is what you do. Then you can start this faster by not eating over this wall. You can save your E to
yeah. You were over the
E
other
over this
one.
wall. This is like it's actually like a big deal. It's like 5 seconds faster, you know. But it's fine. We still get it. Base into full clear. I mean, this is like for Gwen. This is a perfect early game so far. This guy's level 6. You have level 5. You have no smite, so I'm not sure about fighting this guy. Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
realized what the fuck. Why am I running? I have a level up on this guy. So I think your job should either be A,
yeah.
just give the camp and be happy that okay, I traded a dragon for a camp, or B, here just have pull the camp back and
Walk
just
out.
and then you
Yeah,
have a better smite because you could Q smite it in 7 seconds, and then you'll get level 6 off this, and then you can fight him because you'll be level 6. So I would never look to fight him now. I would look to play for the blue, play for my level 6. Worst case scenario, just give the camp. It's not a big deal. You traded dragon for one camp. I'll always choose the dragon over one camp. You know.
yeah,
If I'm you, the number one goal right now is to get 6 and not. Again, I said earlier, as when you only want to fight when you have 6, when you have Nashers. Um, not you don't need both, but you need one of them at least, right? So
yeah.
I think
Little
this
too
is
fight
burning your
happy.
flash and burning half your HP and then dying. It's all self-inflicted. Like again, either here
Yes.
just give the camp or have a reset. So I think you're so far 7 minutes in. We've been playing perfectly. Full clear, full clear, full clear into dragon. This is our first big mistake, where we literally chose to die. This is our own choice. Agreed.
Yes, yes.
So all
Oh
good.
yeah, yeah.
Anyways, we it's all not the biggest deal. He didn't even take. He actually didn't even take your blue. Funny enough, so it's fine. Um, full clear down. Play for scuttle. Now you can fight if you want. Pop your pot, ult him. If you want to fight him here, there's no reason not to. He just uses E, and his E is his only disengage tool. So is there. That's actually
Yeah.
now I'm actually fine with you fighting him. You know. Uh, Again, if you don't want to, it's fine. We spike at Nashers, but that is like that fight is way better
Yeah, I
than
kind of struggle to use my pot. I am still
it's
working
fine. Again,
on.
I also think the idea of saving your ult in your pot for dragon is optimal. And now you have Nashers, and now we should just play for dragon. We have ult, we have our pot, we have our Nashers, we have everything we'd ever need to fight to take a dragon fight. Unfortunately, it looks like Misfortune dies before we get here. Now we can play for steal. You just killed your own blast plant. You should save this blast plant so you could blast one over, smite it, and then E out. But now if you E out,
Yeah,
now if you E in, you have no way to E out. So you just took away your only escape. I actually think I love the idea of you going for this steal attempt because if you have the blast plant, it's zero risk. You just jump in, W yourself, then E out. So
yeah,
I think that's a bit of a blunder because Skarner doesn't even have a good execute. So I actually think that it'd be a pure 50-50. And he's being lazy. He's not pulling it out either. So all good. Yeah, here we need to use our pot. We're in fight mode.
yeah.
You also
I
need a
struggle
smite. Smite
to
kills. So
remember that.
people always forget. Like I know they nerf smite, but smite still does 40 damage. I guarantee you, Silas is below 40 HP. So smite would have killed
Yeah,
him here, and then you'd also turn level 8, and you'd also get triumph, and you also so it's just everything. Pot earlier, smite,
yeah.
I think they would
I
get
mean,
double
like now I
kicker.
pot, like
Yeah,
woohoo.
and your pots. You have to understand, it's a lot. Like right now, before and
Like a
conquer. Right now it's 89. After you pop your pot and have full conquer, you have 150 AP. So you go from 89.
balance.
That's I can't do that. That's 60. You have to understand, amplifying tone gives you 20. Amplifying tone is 425, so that's 1200 gold, 1300 gold, 1275 technically.
Yeah,
Exact money is how much AP that gives. That's like over 1,000 gold in stats. So and then here you just flash nothing.
I
Like
messed up
here, just wait
here.
for your E, and then you'll just QE. You don't need to flash Q. There's no rush. Smite
Yeah,
the
I guess I
camp.
felt rushed. Yeah.
But yeah, so that guy should have died, and you could keep your flash. So it's just a lot of mechanical blunders. Should have killed mid. Should kill him there. And then before it was the Blast Round Dragon, and then before that it was taking the blue fight. But the game is still chill. It's what I can't see the score. It's 7-7. So the game is 7-7, and you've got one dragon. So the game is. And you got scale. As long as you're even, you're winning. So, and which you guys are even right
Yeah.
now. So you should be happy.
Okay.
But you're again, you said yourself, we outscale. You said, how do I get the late game? Just keep farming and only go to necessary fights. What are necessary fights? Dragons, heralds. If your teammates are fighting, you come to join in the fight, right? These are necessary fights. This is not a necessary fight. We have Raptors up, we have Red
Yeah.
up, we have Krugs up, we have 800 gold, we have no flash, we aren't even full HP. Actually, you are full HP. It's because you took things. So I
Yeah.
would just do Raptors, Red, Krugs. You're gonna base on 1200 gold. And then you could open to you can full clear down for the dragon, or you can base after this, and then open to the herald. You have plenty of options. Why you're the one at blue buff? You're the one choosing to fight him. Here, Raptors, you're the one choosing to fight him as well. Um, it looks like it works out because our ball lane's here. Thank God. I think this Darius is a pussy. I think if Darius flanks here, I'm kind of terrified because I'm pretty sure Darius is strong this game. Because he's okay. Let's see how this happens with Darius. I know, I'm terrified if Darius shows up, or if their ball lane shows up earlier. Actually, you see their ball lane. Never mind, that's not a concern. But no, okay, that ends up being fine. We use our ult and MF ults. Now we have to avoid
Hmm.
fighting because we have no ults. So
Drunk man skew.
yeah, now we just play the full clear because we have no ults. Based on our item, nice. We have really big components. Play for dragon now. Just blast plant. Okay, okay, you just
I
realized.
think I do. I do. I think I get the steal here. I think I do it. I think I do it.
Nice, really good. And now you should just E out. Yes, if you want to fight, you can fight. But again, it's all about playing for guarantees, and you already got a guaranteed dub. Oh, no, we have a zero. I didn't notice the mini map. All right, this looks fucking awesome. Good fight. I guess it's just 1-for-1. Whatever. We got 1-for-1, plus we got Dragon Steel. Plus, I just saw Zeri flash there, which is a big something to track, and we won the fight. All right, this looks good. I mean, this game looks like in a great spot. You have two dragons. You have successfully scaled to your two items, which is Gwen's like strong point. You're up. Actually, I'm surprised you're not up more CS. I guess we have been skipping camps and force fights, so that's why.
Yeah.
Because I think normally Gwen is normally up CS because once you have Nashers, you kind of one-shot camps, right? So
Yes. I agree.
I think when you see two people dead, I would just solo the Otacon right now. Two people dead, and you see Skarner mid, and you see Silas top. But actually, you see everyone. You see Darius, you see two dead, two mid, and then you see Silas top here in a second. So you see everyone. Um, and and then even if Darius and Skarner walk down, you guys are 2v2, you and Fiora versus them two.
Yeah.
And I assume
Yeah.
Skarner probably like uses his ult here mid, or Darius uses his ult. Like they probably are using some cooldowns in the mid fight, you know.
Yeah.
So I would just 2v probably start Otacon. You also have like Azir spawning. So or Azir's up, so Azir will also get here in time. So eventually it'll be a 2v3. Like Azir will always be here before Silas is here, agreed? So
Yes.
eventually it'll be 2v3, and I think you probably win the 2v2 because you counter both Darius and Skarner because you're like a tank killer and they're both kind of tanky, right?
Yeah.
And you're 2 on spiked, obviously. Well, Skarner's, as you see, I'm in half. Like you should melt this guy. Okay, you missed the Q. Like you're even missing like your most important ability, and you're still winning. You see, so it's not even close.
Yeah.
And then Skarner dies, and again, I would immediately start Articon. They have no jungler. It's a 45 on the map. All our teammates are, you know, in the area. No one's like top lane or anything or on Gromp. Everyone's like center mass to the Otacon. Their jungle, their smite is dead, so just pull the Otacon, right? Um, you need to be way more objective focused. Because it's also one of the things where you're directing your teammates. Like if you're sampling Otacon, do you think your teammates are gonna randomly run up mid here and die? They're probably gonna come and hit Otacon with you, right?
Yeah.
So you're kind of saving them indirectly, and you're also just playing for a more important thing. And now that your AD carry is dead, now we can't do Otacon because our AD carry is dead.
Yeah.
But I definitely think you have to be thinking about these objectives way more. This Otacon I think is super
Okay.
free, and I think when you get Otacon, the game just doesn't end, but it's a pretty big objective to get. Agreed.
Pretty
Um,
good.
yeah, and now they started, and now let's see how this fight starts. Okay, well, it looks like they just run like okay. I mean, looks like the game's over. You got Otacon steal, you kill him, and the game's just GG now. I would go to dragon right
Yeah.
right away, and now we have three dragons. We have Otacon, and as you said, we outscale, so we've got there. Now the game should effectively be over because we outscaled them, and we're up gold, and now you just win the game. So I don't know, it's not a bad game. I definitely think that when you load into games and you can recognize that we outscale, I think you can be I think you're taking slightly too many fights. I think even though the fights
Okay.
went well, not all of them, but most of them went well.
Yeah.
You just ask yourself, is this fight necessary? And also ask yourself, what are the percentages? If this is a fight that's like 90% chance it's gonna work, then of course take it. I don't care if you outscale or don't outscale. If it's this high chance, always take it. But a lot of fights you're taking are like 60% chance, which is still favored. But if I know I outscale, I'm only taking like 70% channers, which means like it's like number advantage, like 45s or 32s, or I'm like so much stronger than them. Like I'm full HP and Skarner's like 40%, like some like crazy advantage, you know.
Yeah.
But a lot of fights you're taking are like 3v3 and pretty even, and I think you guys just happen to play the fights better than them, you know. I don't think it was like something like you guys had some such a clear obvious
Yeah.
advantage, you know. And again, all these fights were fights you're taking. Like you decided to fight him on blue. You decided to invade him on raptors, right? Um, so I think obviously like the blue one obviously didn't go well, and then the raptor one did go well,
Hmm.
and that's 50-50. And then the 50-50 is just another word for coin flip, which is right. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
so I think I don't think you played bad. I think you need to work on your cues a little bit. You said yourself you had a couple drunk cues this game.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I am getting better though.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
getting better this
I
game.
hope so. But
So.
not a bad game. Any questions or anything I didn't talk about that you want to look at?
So like two, three things to work on would be.
Uh, Try to avoid taking unnecessary fights. So kind of like or quote unquote like farm more. That's I
Hmm.
imagine that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
As Gwen, if you're playing Gwen, on Gwen specifically, try to avoid fights without ult or without Nashers until you have these two things you really want to avoid fights. So then
Yep.
if you already have that in your head, then you'll know, oh, I'm not supposed to fight this guy on blue because I don't have my ult. You don't have to
Okay. Yeah.
think of it like because here if you're not
Exactly.
already
Yeah.
if it's not preloaded in your head, don't fight
Yeah.
without ult. Why wouldn't you fight this
Mhm.
guy? You know. But when you already have it in your head, you're like, probably you know what? I got a blue buff.
Yeah.
I think a dragon for blue buff trade is fine with me. You know, if I want to, I think that's
Okay.
just
Yeah.
I'll
So.
accept that. You know, it's also one of those things where you're a tank, so like who cares if you get a 100 gold? Like you're a fucking tank. You
Yeah.
know. So avoid unnecessary fights. Probably and then I say skip camps less, but that kind of correlates to unnecessary fights because you skip the camps to start the fights, you know. So if you
Yeah.
avoid unnecessary fights, by default you will be farming more. So that's why those 2 points are kind of combined into one, right?
Hmm.
Um, and then I guess for Gwen, just anytime if you're not 100% certain that your Q will hit, just keep autoing,
Just
right?
auto.
Just because if you're with E, proc, and Nashers and Conquer, your autos do so much damage that you honestly should only Q if you're like pretty sure guaranteed it's gonna land. Like they're standing still or they're stunned or
Okay.
right. Otherwise, if you're like the Q's like he could dodge it or Salos has Z up or Ezra has Z up, honestly just keep autoing them to death. And then once they use their mobility ability, then Q them.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay. Yeah.
she's a champ that even though she could just auto attack people to death, she could low key never even use Q. You could literally unbind Q and ult from your keyboard, and if you're strong enough with Nashers, you could just kill them with
True.
autos and your E. You know?
Balance.
Yeah, exactly. So I think those are the main things. Any other
Okay.
questions?
Uh. No, not